How do you find your mental age? What even is a mental age? There's a formula, and I'll tell you the exact thingy, but first we'll talk about a couple intelligence things. Okay, first, fluid intelligence is different from crystallized intelligence, and there's also emotional intelligence, and these are the sort of three biggies. Fluid intelligence is just basically like your RAM, your ability to process large amounts of information and quickly make decisions, solve logic problems, put pieces together, right? That's going to peak about when you're 20. So if you're more than 20, it's already peaked. Sorry, it's all declined from here. But you're getting smarter probably until your 70s in terms of crystallized intelligence, which is your ability to synthesize large amounts of information which may appear unrelated to the 20 and under set, or even many of the 20 and older set, and discern patterns that you couldn't have seen without all the information you've accumulated through your lifetime and the knowledge you've developed by researching your subjects or just reading many Wikipedia pages about things like intelligence. Then critically, there's emotional intelligence, which really for interpersonal purposes is the most important one, and this has kind of four major components. There's self-control, self-awareness, social awareness, and relationship control. So there's a bit of a beautiful circle there. You start with just like figuring out how to get yourself to do the things you want to do, then you can, and on the way there, you can improve your own ability to just notice how you're feeling, what's going on with you, what sensations you're experiencing, what kind of mood you're in. That's pretty important, especially with regards to social intelligence, which is the next step, sort of being aware of what other people are feeling, and then eventually forming good relationships with people based on your understanding of their emotions and your own self-control and self-awareness and your awareness of other people's general behavior patterns. So that's the emotional intelligence quadrant set. Very important. Fluid intelligence, really fun. It's something you can improve, but not a ton, to be brutally honest about it. It's relatively set-ish in general, but there are some things you can do. One, you can exercise a lot. Two, you can learn a new language. Three, you can keep up with social interaction. Four, people say you can just do new stuff. You can challenge and stimulate your brain by experiencing things that you don't typically experience, because it requires parts of your brain that aren't online to come online and be like, what is that? I'll categorize it if I must. And then crystallized intelligence you can increase by education, by learning about stuff, by drawing connections, by testing out theories, by rigorously interrogating reality. Okay, now what about specific mental age calculations? There are a gajillion tests like these in the ethers, but they're all sort of silly. What they really test is how young-ish you are. Like, are you down with the vibes? Are you into young type content? Are you youthful at heart and free and open, or are you a stodgy curmudgeon-nudgeony? But what there is underneath all that stuff is an actual kind of scientific-ish approximation of a mental age, and this is used for some developmental research. It's like especially useful in the very early years of your life when scientists are trying to figure out, wait, is this person ahead or behind of where they should be in terms of cognitive development? But you can try it if you want. You can have a go in your middle age. I will warn you in advance though, it's a bit weird because you would think of younger as better if you're an older person. If you're 6 and you're measuring a 9, well, good for you, you're ahead of the pack. If you're 40 and you're measuring a 50, you might think, well, gosh, have I already declined? But actually no. If you have a slightly higher quote mental age than your regular middle-aged agey self, you're probably doing pretty well. It means that you're a bit ahead of the curve. So I'll give you the actual calculation now in case you want to know. It's your IQ times 100. Damn, I fucked it up. So much for my mental age. All right, the actual calculation is IQ equals mental age over chronicle age divide times 100. Okay, so if you want to do that really quickly and you have your IQ, you can multiply your IQ and your age and divide that resulting number by 100. So you can see that's why a higher number than your actual age is better, because in IQ speak, 100 is basically the average. So your age times your IQ divided by 100 is your mental age. And again, you'd like it to be more than your actual age if you're, well, any age at all really, but especially in the middle age when you're getting sensitive about that. And if it's significantly older than your actual age, you might be doing quite well indeed. We'll talk about IQ another time and what fun discoveries you're in for in the next 100 years that will make it virtually irrelevant and also easy to hack. In the meantime, do your exercise and reach out to your friends. Like me, I'm your friend. Reach out, leave a comment, learn some languages. Okay, bye.